Have you ever been in a situation where you had to make a difficult decision with limited information and time? Maybe you were driving and had to choose between two routes because of road closures. Or maybe you were trying to decide whether or not to invest in a certain stock. Or maybe you were faced with an unexpected problem at work that required your immediate attention. These are all situations where you had to make a decision quickly. And in these situations, the stakes can be high. Your safety could be in danger. You could lose a lot of money if you make the wrong choice. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and paralyzed by indecision. But what if I told you there was a proven method for making quick decisions even in the most stressful situations? A method used by some of the most successful people in the world. That's right. In today's video, we're going to teach you the CIA decision-making process so that you can make quick, confident decisions no matter what life throws your way. So, let's dive in. But before we get into the video, if you want to become a better version of yourself, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Now back to the CIA decision-making process. The CIA method is a three-step process that can help you make decisions quickly and confidently, even when the stakes are high. This method has been used by CIA operatives to make life-or-death decisions in the field. And it's also been used by top executives to make million-dollar decisions in the boardroom. The CIA method is based on the idea that when making a decision, you should first consider the consequences of the decision. Then you should consider the options available to you. And finally, you should make a decision and act on it quickly. This may seem like a simple approach, but it's actually quite powerful. By following these three steps, you can make decisions quickly and confidently, even in the most stressful situations. Step 1. Collect intel. The first step in the CIA method is to collect intel. This means gathering as much information as possible about the situation you're facing. For example, if you're trying to decide whether or not to invest in a certain stock, you'll want to gather as much information as possible about the company's financials, industry, and future prospects. If you're trying to decide which route to take while driving, you'll want to gather as much information as possible about the road conditions, traffic, and construction. Once you've gathered all the information you can, it's time to move on to Step 2. Analyze the intel. Step 2. Analyze the intel. The second step in the CIA method is to analyze the intel you've collected. This means weighing the pros and cons of each option and deciding which option is the best course of action. For example, if you're trying to decide whether or not to invest in a certain stock, you'll need to weigh the potential risks and rewards. If you're trying to decide which route to take while driving, you'll need to weigh the different routes and determine which one will get you to your destination the quickest. When analyzing your options, it's important to consider all angles. Don't just focus on the pros and cons that are most obvious. Try to think of as many pros and cons as possible so that you can make an informed decision. Once you've analyzed all the information you have, it's time to make a decision. Step 3. Act. The third and final step in the CIA method is to act on your decision. This means taking the necessary steps to implement your decision. For example, if you decide to invest in a certain stock, you'll need to buy the stock. If you decide to take a certain route while driving, you'll need to turn onto that route. When taking action, it's important to be decisive. Don't hesitate or try to second-guess yourself. Once you've made a decision, trust yourself and take action. It's also important to be flexible when taking action. Sometimes things don't go according to plan and you need to be able to adapt. For example, if you're driving and traffic suddenly gets worse on your chosen route, you may need to switch to a different route. If you're investing in a stock and the price suddenly drops, you may need to reconsider your investment. Let's look at a real-life example of how someone used the CIA method to make a quick decision. Let's say you're a manager at a company and you're responsible for hiring new employees. You have 2 finalists for a position, and you need to make a decision quickly because you want to start the new employee as soon as possible. How would you use the CIA method to make a decision? First, you would collect intel by gathering as much information as possible about each of the finalists. You would look at their resumes, conduct interviews, and check their references. After collecting all the information you can, you would then analyze the intel. You would weigh the pros and cons of each candidate and decide which candidate is the best fit for the position. After analyzing all the information, you would then make a decision and act on it. You would hire one of the candidates and make an offer. In this situation, the CIA method would be very useful because you would be able to make a quick decision without getting bogged down in analysis paralysis. Instead of spending weeks trying to perfect your decision, you would be able to make a decision within hours. Now that you know how the CIA method works, here are 5 tips for using it effectively. Tip number 1. Set a time limit. When making a decision, it's important to set a time limit for yourself. This will help you avoid getting bogged down in analysis paralysis and allow you to make a decision quickly. Tip number 2. Trust your gut. When making a decision, it's important to trust your gut feeling. Your gut feeling is often right, even if you can't explain why. Tip number 3. Don't overthink it. When making a decision, it's important not to overthink it. Overthinking a decision can lead to analysis paralysis. So make a decision and stick with it. Tip number 4. Get feedback. After making a decision, it's helpful to get feedback from others. This can help you learn from your decision-making process and improve for next time. Tip number 5. Practice makes perfect. The more decisions you make, the better you'll become at it. So don't be afraid to make decisions, even if they're small ones. With time, you'll become a better decision maker. In conclusion, the CIA method is a powerful tool for making quick decisions even in the most stressful situations. By following the 3 steps of collect intel, analyze the intel, and act, you can make decisions with confidence and speed. Keep in mind the 5 tips for using the CIA method effectively. Set a time limit, trust your gut, don't overthink it, get feedback, and practice makes perfect. Remember, the CIA method is not about making the perfect decision. It's about making a good enough decision quickly. So next time you find yourself in a situation where you need to make a quick decision, use the CIA method. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos like this one. We post videos every week on how to be a better version of yourself. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.